Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us today in this video. The subject is one thing and one thing only: how you can do a backflip.
That's right, guys. I'm sure you've seen them in the Hollywood movies. You've seen someone maybe in person do one, and you've asked yourself, that's a damn cool move. Can I do that? Am I the kind of guy that's capable of that move? Well, the answer is yes, absolutely.
Guys, all you gotta do is ask yourself 3 questions. Am I in somewhat decent shape? Do I have a little bit of confidence to jump up in the air and spin myself around? And lastly, am I willing to take the time and learn? If you answered yes to those 3 questions, you can absolutely learn how to do this.
All right, guys, so without any further ado, let's jump right into those prerequisites and the actual step-by-step breakdown of how to do a backflip. So you want to do a backflip. We'll get to that in a minute. First, let's look at some prerequisites. For starters, work on jumping as high as you can while pulling your knees into your chest. Also, make note of the motion Christian is doing with his arms here. This will come in handy later. When doing a backflip, proper technique is more important than having a high vertical jump. Lay flat on the ground and make sure you can tuck your knees hard into your chest, then release. If you're having trouble pulling your knees past your beer gut, you may want to drop a few pounds before going any further. And now that you're ready, let's break down the backflip. Start by positioning your feet about shoulder width apart. Stand up straight and find a focal point in the distance. Keeping your eyes locked onto this focal point, bring your hands up above your head. Now, squat down while throwing your hands back as far as you can, just as Christian demonstrated earlier with the tuck jumps. Once you're in this position, your goal is to swing your hands back up while attempting to jump straight up simultaneously. I only say attempting to jump straight up because naturally, the momentum from your arms will begin pulling you backwards, as shown. Remember that focal point I mentioned earlier? Your goal is to maintain that for as long as you can before you begin the most important step, the tuck. As I mentioned earlier, a good tuck will trump a high vertical jump, so make sure to tuck hard, behind or in front of the thighs, and release when the rotation is complete. So let's go over this one more time. Find your focal point. Put your hands up, squat down and throw your hands back, thrust your hands up while also jumping, tuck hard until you're fully rotated, land, and look swag. And one last thing before we wrap this up. There's only one way to safely and properly learn how to backflip, and that is with a spotter. Despite popular belief, it's not very helpful to practice on a trampoline or into a body of water. Though this may help you get over your fears, it won't force you to learn proper technique. So practice properly, practice safely, and nail that backflip.
Alright guys, we hope that video was filled with enough information to give you the confidence to attempt and nail that backflip. Now look, if you're still having trouble, like we mentioned earlier, the best and fastest way to learn this technique is to get yourself a trustworthy spotter who can help get you over and familiar with that move.
Now guys, who is a trustworthy spotter? Well, guess what? We're gonna make a trustworthy spotter out of someone you know with next week's video, how to spot a backflip. 100% gonna cover all the details of how to professionally spot that flip. All right guys, if you like this video and you want to learn more acrobatic movements, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any questions or comments or something you want to say, leave it in the comment section below. We always get back to you guys. And if you like this video and you like our other videos, hit the subscribe button. It makes it so easy for you guys to get the newest video every week. Take care, guys.